Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram.
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hello
Krishna Krishna, Hare
everyone.
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Once
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
कृपा
Hare,
सिन्धुभ्य
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
Hare
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा, dear devotees, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Premanandini Devidasi from Ashburn, Virginia. Please forgive me for stopping your ecstatic chanting. And I really appreciate you joining this morning for the Japa session and for staying with us for the Bhagavatam class. I'm going to read a quote from a letter by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada, emphasizing on the importance of reading. I'm very pleased that you all are reading my books carefully. This reading is the life and soul of our movement. If you simply read regularly and follow the instructions, everything will come. I'll repeat again. I'm very pleased that you are reading my books carefully. This reading is the life and soul of our movement. If you simply read regularly and follow the instructions, everything will come. Our Bhagavatam speaker will be joining us shortly. So, meanwhile, may I know who all have joined the call today?
Hare Krishna Mataji and Hare Krishna to all the devotees. This is Surinder from Maryland. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Surinder Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Prabhu, for joining.
Hare Krishna Mataji and Hare Krishna to all the devotees on this call. This is Geeta from Maryland. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Gita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for your association, Mataji.
Mataji, this is Amritamani Devidasi. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Amritamani Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Mataji, your voice was breaking, so I'm so sorry if I interrupted you. I couldn't hear you properly. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your association.
Hare Krishna, Premanandini Mataji and all the assembled devotees, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Nikunja Rasadas and Shamarasika Devidasi from Germantown, Maryland.
Hare Krishna, Nikunja Ras Prabhuji and Sham Rasika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for your association, Mataji and Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji and Hare Krishna to all devotees. This is Malini from Ashburn, Virginia. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Malini Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Malini Mataji, for your association.
Hare Krishna, this is Vinod Maheshwari from Maryland.
Hare Krishna, Vinod Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Prabhu, for joining the call today. I see that our speaker has joined the call. So, one sec. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Today we are extremely fortunate to have His Grace Yugal Kishore Prabhuji to enlighten us on the chapter on the topics of Srimad Bhagavatam on Nitya Harinam Sangha. Prabhuji is going to enlighten us on Canto 8, Chapter 16, text number 6. Prabhuji, whenever you are ready, you may take over the call.
Please accept my humble obeisance, Prabhupada. Ajnanatamirandasya jnananjana shalakaya. चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखानुतं हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धुजगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णावतार भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नमस्ते सरस्वती गौरवाणी प्रचारणे शून्यवादी पश्चात दिशतारिणे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 1 minute. So we're reading from Canto 8, chapter 16, text number 6, the chapter entitled Executing the Payavrata Process of Worship. Apivyati tayobhyetya kutumba saktaya tvaya gruhada pujitayata pratyuttanena vakvachet. I wonder whether because of being too attached to the members of your family, you failed to properly receive uninvited guests, who therefore were not welcomed and went away. It is the duty of householder to receive guests, even if guests be an enemy. When a guest comes to one's home, one should properly receive him by standing up and offering him a seat. It is enjoined, Gruhe Shatram Api Praptam Visvastam Akutobhyam. If even an enemy comes to one's home, one should receive him in such a way that the guest will forget that his host is an enemy. According to one's position, one should properly receive anyone who comes to one's home. At least a seat and a glass of water should be offered, so that the guest will not be displeased. Kashyap Muni inquired from Aditi whether disrespect had been shown to such guests or Atidis. Aditi, the word Aditi refers to one who comes without an invitation. Hare Krishna. So, I neither have any qualification nor do have any realization. I seek blessings of everyone. Hare Krishna. Human life is meant for self-realization. You know, Maya has two potencies. Maya has two potencies, Prakshepatmaka Shakti, Avarnatmaka Shakti. Prakshepatmaka Shakti means because of the influence covering, covering potency, sorry, whichever form you are in, you think that is the best form, and you don't want to leave that form actually. Like big things, groundhog things I'm enjoying very well. Eating nice, the toilet, and in the I'm living nice drainage with all the sheepig and piglets. And a mosquito thinks that's the best life. A crocodile thinks that's the best life. A dog thinks that's the best life. Even though receiving the beatings. Human beings, we go through a lot of miseries in our lives. old age, disease, and death. Still, we think this life is the best, or this position is the best. What is it called? Prakshepatmaka Shakti. The next one is Avaranatmaka Shakti. Avaranatmaka means that is covering potency actually. Sorry, that is dragging potency. Even if you have so much knowledge, Maya can cover you in 1 second and pull you down to the abysmal depths. You know? So one should consciously make an endeavor to progress in spiritual life. This should not be, spiritual life should not be a spare tire. You know, many people in America, every car has nowadays a spare wheel. Why do you have a spare wheel? Anybody? Why do you have a spare tire and a spare wheel in your car?
For emergencies, Prabhu, if there's a flat tire, we always have a spare.
So likewise, I have money, I have a good job, I have a good family. Anything goes wrong, I need Krishna also, spiritual insurance. You know, for some reason, if all these things don't work, we need God also. So many people use God as a spare wheel, not as a steering wheel. We should utilize Krishna as the steering wheel. Means what is steering wheel means? I mean, what does it mean? It means, is Krishna happy or not? Atapumi Dvijasreshta Varnasrama Vivaga Swanasthitasya Dharmasya Samsiddhar Haritosha. Krishna is happy with my actions or not? You know? So devotees are happy with my actions or not? It's very important. That is what is called keeping Krishna in the life. So otherwise what happens is everything is going on well. If we use bhakti as a cilantro in the khichdi, no, honestly speaking, you don't need cilantro, but little cilantro if you add, dhania, then it will give nice taste to the, it'll give nice flavor to the khichdi. Likewise, I have everything. Why not add bhakti also? That's okay to begin with, not eventually. Because after 1 year, every student goes to the next class. So, of course, situation in the material world will never become better. Nobody, if somebody decides, I'll take bath only after the waves stop in the ocean, waves will never stop. Likewise, the problems keep on coming one after another. But somehow or other, between wave to wave, we should take bath and come out. What do you think? And this is a nice story actually. What happened? So the nature of the family, nature of the mother doesn't change, whether you're in the heavenly planets or earthly planets or anywhere. So when Bali Maharaj took everything from Devatas, the mother is upset. But this mother is not like you and me, wife of Kashyapa Muni, who is very advanced Prajapati. But natural attachment. What is happiness? Happiness is, first I should be happy. When I'm happy, my relatives should be happy. They should, but, I don't want to speak all these things, but anyway, I don't want to really speak anyway. So, when I'm happy, then there is something called proper rights, extended sense gratification. My family should be happy. Then my community should be happy. My country should be happy. आत्मजय सुतागारा पशु द्रवण बंधुषु राज्याचा विकुलय नित्यम विरूढ़ ममतम जिहाव. So to be happy, Money is not the only one thing. If I tell this verse, explain, it will take very long time, but I'll just touch it. For us to be happy, our body, mind, and health should be in good condition. Jaya means wife, means spouse. His or her body, mind, and health should be in good condition. Sutta, if both are good, you are not. Third one is important, also important. Children. Children, all their life should be happy. Their bodies, minds, their relationships, their health should be good condition. Agara, my home should be in good condition. My car should be in good condition. Dravina, I should have good money. Bandhu, my parents should be in good condition. My in-laws, body, mind, and health should be in good condition. Rajya, my office, my job should be stable. Then only you'll be happy. But the nature of the material world, because in Kali Yuga, we are Kali Yuga products. Out of this many things I told, always there will be one problem in either of the things I said. How many of you agree? Do you all agree whatever I said?
Yes, Prabhu.
Because of that, we are not happy. But universities say if you have money and good sense enjoyment, sex life, you'll be happy. That's what universities are bombarding, social media is bombarding. But for you to be happy, Atma, Jaya, Sutta, Agara, Pasu, Dravana, Bandhu, Shraja, these things should be happy. I mean, it should be stable. Then only you are peaceful. If they continue for prolonged periods, then you'll be happy. Wow, right now, amazing. So anyway, so the point is what happened? The wife, so Kashyap and his wife, her husband is very sense controlled. So he's very accomplished. But she's also a great soul, Aditi. But what happened? My children, they have lost my children, they have become unseated. They have lost their positions. They have lost their positions. They don't have a place to stay. They don't have office to work. Indra is also all the devatas. Diti's children are Daityas. Aditi's children are Devatas. So Aditi was very unhappy. So very interesting. The previous verse, he addressed, "Oh, Gruhamedhini." Means, why are you unhappy? That maybe he might have joked, I think. So, what is it? Family, it's very temporary. Actually, whomever you are staying with 50 years ago, they were not there. Maybe 60 years ago, they were not there. And 60 years later, they won't be there. Do you agree? You don't need to wait 60 years anyway, actually. If they were not there, whoever is with you today, they were not there 60 years ago. 60, even if they are there 60 years later, they won't be there. Forget about anybody. We won't be there. There's a drama in between. Same thing with career. 50 years ago, you're not an engineer. 50 years later, you won't be engineer. 50 years ago, you did not come with a bank account. 50 years later, that bank account will not come with you. When we understand this, we should become very serious in our sadhana. Steve Jobs says, if you do what if you do what you're doing right now, but that's not good at the end of the life. He says, if I think no for so many days, then I'll give it up. This is not helping me at the end of the life. What is the use? It's a mental example. Spiritual example is very straightforward. Atapum Vidishreshta Varnas. What is that? Samsiddhir Varnashram Bhagasamasithasya Dharmasya. Samsiddhir Aritoshnam. Follow Varnashram Dharma perfectly. You're married, be a good husband or good wife, good spouse. If you're father and mother, be a good father and mother. But first, be stable in Varnashram. Then the next one, Daivi Varnashram. Utilize your position to make progress in the path of bhakti. Knowing very well nothing will come and nobody will come with me. So then varnashram duties are actually now the same, more or less, verse is the same. 4th canto, 22nd chapter, 10th verse. Maharaj Prabhu speaks, he receives 4 Kumaras and he speaks. When a guest comes, Atithi. Atithi. A person who comes to your home without a particular tithi, means particular date. Means a person who has come there without expectation, without invitation. He is Atithi. But rather than being bewildered, we should receive them and give them, as much as possible, position to stay, offer food, and yeah, even if enemy comes, they should be treated so nicely that they forget their enmity. That is very important actually. So a few examples are, so he's asking, did you treat guests nicely? And because of that, they went back, they're unhappy. So when Lord Chaitanya came to, when Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Kurma Kshetra, the Kurma Brahman received Lord Chaitanya. He invited Lord Chaitanya to his home. What he did, he washed his feet. And he sprinkled that water on the family members. And he drank that water. We should drink that water actually. Then he gave a nice place to stay for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and they offered nice foodstuffs. Usually serious, sincere devotees, they don't eat from others' hands. So allow them to cook. Or if sannyasi means you are cooking and he is eating, that's fine. Some people don't do that. But basically, you should give them nice food, nice place to stay. And yeah, basically, some said, so Krishna is satisfied when his devotees are satisfied. Krishna is pleased when his devotees are taken good care. So there is a devotee by name. One time Ramanujacharya was coming to on his tour. He was coming to a village. In that village, he had 2 disciples. One disciple name is Yajnesh, very rich man. Another disciple name is Vardacharya, very poor Brahmana. He had a wife by name Lakshmi, I think. So he sent his 2 disciples to these 2 homes and tell them, I'm very soon going to reach this village and I'll be with them. I'll stay with them. Then these 2 servants of Ramanujacharya, the disciples, they went to the first disciple, who happens to be Yajnesh. And Yajnesh said, so they relayed that information. Prabhu, Guru Maharaj is coming to this village. Guru Maharaj is coming to this village. Wow, what a good fortune. So there is a possibility Maharaj may stay in your home. Oh, amazing. Thank you very much for the news. Thank you. And he went into the next home. Vardacharya was he would do Madhukari. Means, Brahmanas would give knowledge, but they would not earn money. They would beg. Begging means in the name of begging, they would go door to door and people would inquire them. And they would, Brahmanas have all knowledge of medicine, knowledge of Vastu, knowledge of Vastu astrology. So that way, Brahmanas would give them knowledge and they would give some grains. Hare Krishna. That's how Vardacharya would maintain his life. maintain his life and his wife's life, maintain his home. They had no children, of course. So these two disciples went to Vardacharya home also. So the Guru Maharaj is going to come, in 2-3 days to this village. There is a possibility, Guru Maharaj may come to your home. Wow, so happy. What a great news you gave. Thank you, please come. They were very poor. So still, the Vardacharya received the God brothers. Because the disciples say, spiritual master, please come sit down. Luckily they had some food. They offered, please take bath, wash your feet, take bath, and come and take prasad. Take rest. You must have walked very long way. And once they said, no, we have to go. But they took good care of them. Once they conveyed that message, they also went back. Ramanacharya asked them, did you go to these two disciples of mine? And did you convey the message? Yes, Guru Maharaj, we did. Very nice. Then, how was the response? They both were very happy. Yajnesh was very happy and Vardacharya was very happy. Did Yajnesh did he take good care of you? Did he receive you nicely? No, Guru Maharaj, as soon as we told him you're coming, he became so happy. He became very busy in making arrangements to receive you. In making arrangements for your arrival, to receive you upon your arrival. Okay. What about other family? But Guru Maharaj, they took very good care of us. They were also very happy. They were waiting for you. Ramanachar said, we'll go and, but he is very poor, Guru Maharaj. No problem. We'll go and stay in Vardacharya's home. But Ramanachar is not one. He would come with so many disciples. Sometimes Durvasmuni would go with 60,000 disciples. But definitely Ramanachar would go 30 to 40 disciples for sure. So he told the disciples, don't tell anybody, but let us go to Vardacharya's home. So they went to, so the day came, Yajnesh was ready to receive his Guru Maharaj, Ramanacharya, but Ramanacharya went to the home of Vardacharya. But when he reached home, Vardacharya was not there. He might have gone for Madhukari. Nowadays, those days there were no phones, nobody knew when they would come. So she said, please, Guru Maharaj, come. She became ecstatic. This Guru Maharaj, Ramanacharya. Come, please take bath. She arranged. And now then she had to feed all these disciples. But there is nothing at home. In that village, there is a grocer. This grocer is a very bad, bad person, very lusty person. For some time, he has been eyeing at her. She knew that, but she's a chaste wife of Vardacharya. He never even entertained him. But she knew this. He was very lusty after her. So that day she went to this grocer and said, my Guru Maharaj has come. I need groceries. He said, I'll give you whatever you want, but I have this need. She said, I know that, but I cannot contaminate myself. So with contaminated body, I cannot serve my Guru Maharaj. So I'll satisfy you this tonight, but give me all the groceries. All right, he gave all the groceries. So she brought all the groceries. She started cooking. And she cooked. And God brothers, they only arranged, they brought all, there are banana leaves everywhere those days. Husband came. He was so happy to see Guru Maharaj. I was so happy to see Prasad ready. He did not have guts to ask his wife, where you got the groceries. Anyway, they cannot speak because the house was filled with so many people. He made everyone sit down, whatever little was they had. And she served prasad. And they recited, the prayer, prasadam prayers. Govindanama Sankirtanam. And they all ate. And Ramanacharya was very happy. Because Ramanacharya was very happy seeing seeing them following bhakti very nicely. And Ramanacharya conducted the discourse all day. And they were very happy, they were listening. Other local villagers came. It became a festival, Kirtan, Haribol. By the time it became night, she started crying. Husband said, what happened? I am really fallen, I'm most fallen. Today I did something without telling you. He said, what happened? Guru Maharaj came, you are not there home. I don't know what to do. This guy has been eyeing at me, was very lusty. So I had no choice, but I brought all the groceries from him with the condition that I would satisfy his carnal pleasures in the night. So I cannot, Guru Maharaj is at home, but I promised him. So I did this without taking your permission. So that's why, but for sure I cannot live after that. She started crying. No, what you have done is perfect. Because of him, we are able to serve Guru Maharaj. So we should definitely satisfy him. But anyway, thank you for your permission, but I cannot live after that. She started crying, Ramanuja. Then some disciples saw there is some crying at home inside. And so they went and told Ramanacharya. Ramanacharya said, call them. I said, what happened?
Prabhu, we can't hear you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Haribol.
Prabhuji, we couldn't hear you for a few minutes. Ramanujacharya asks them to call.
I don't know, he was disconnected. So Ramanacharya called them, said, what happened? So they told everything to Ramanacharya. So they told everything to Ramanacharya and Guru Maharaj, we don't have any income. That's why, I went and brought these grocers with the, with the condition that I would satisfy his carnal pleasures. So it's already, the night is falling, so I have to go. And I was telling, India is such a great country. Unfortunately, India was also, because under foreign subjugation for so many centuries, Indians, when India was poverty, India became poverty stricken. Ramanacharya, he heard the whole thing. And he said, all right, your husband has given permission, you should go. But before, you take this prasad was offered to Krishna that was eaten by me. So you take this Maha Prasad and feed him. And then, let us see what happens. She said, yes, Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for your permission. So she went. Her husband, only took her. And she knocked the door. This person was shocked. Oh, I never thought you would come. Then come, so impelled by Rajaguna. Kamayesha, Krodesha, Rajaguna. So, for those people who are very sinful, Maya keeps them in the cycle of birth and death through this activity, as mentioned in third canto Bhagavatam. Then she said, I brought you some prasad for your well-being. Really? That is even great. So what he did, he ate that. Then he ate it. Ramanacharya Ramanujacharya is Ananta Sesh, pure devotee. So, acting the role of Guru. When it's already prasad, but eaten by Krishna. That the prasad was honored by Ramanujacharya. It is Maha Prasad. Then what happened? This person, as soon as he ate, he's like, the lust was broken. Like the fog is dissipated when sun rays come. When sun comes in the sky, when sun rises, all the fog is dissipated. Kechit Kyavalaya Bhaktya Vasudeva Parayana Agam Dhanvansi Katsnena Niharameva Bhaskara. When Bhaskar comes, sun comes, how Nihar means fog, mist. How the mist is dispelled. Likewise, when bhakti is there, when you worship of Krishna is there, and you become a bhakti yogi worshiping Krishna, all the sins are destroyed. Like fog is destroyed when initial rays of sun, when the initial rays of when the initial rays emerge from sun. When he started crying, he fell at her feet. I'm very sorry, I have this carnal pleasure. I'm lusty after you. I understood by eating this prasad. I understood my position is not the body but a spirit soul. You're like my mother. Everyone in this world is mother except my wife. And he fell at her feet. She said, yes, my Guru Maharaj is a Mahabhagavad devotee. Human life is meant for self-relation. We should not unnecessarily commit sinful activities and jump, drown into the ocean of hell. Human life is very, very rare. We should utilize human life to purify the impurities. However sinful we may be, if you chant Krishna's name, our sins are destroyed. If you take shelter of spiritual master, practice bhakti, then whatever this past prarabdha of suffering, it will be removed. Aprarabdha phalam papam kotam bijam phalanmukam kramenev phaliyat Vishnu bhakti tatmanam. When we perform bhakti, all the different stages of sins that we have committed, which if they're in different stages, they're all destroyed. When we perform bhakti to Krishna under the guidance of Guru. So what he did, so she brought him. When they came out, husband was there. The next day he came and surrendered to the lotus feet of Ramanujacharya. Please forgive me. My property is all for you. Ramanujacharya said, married stree is like honey. But where is that honey present? It is present on a sword. When you lick the sword, what happens? The tongue is cut. Ravana had to lose 10 heads because he coveted Sita. Never do that. But then she said, I realized Guru Maharaj, he accepted shelter of Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya initiated him laterally. Then what happened? He gave his property, half of the property to his godbrother, Vardacharya and Lakshmiji. He shared his property, that grocer. And the story finally ended positively. But the story is not over. Yajnesh, Ramanujacharya stayed there for a few days, but he didn't even visit Yajnesh. Yajnesh came to his senses. Wow. If you love, if you love somebody, you love their dog also. So I was very I was very enthusiastic to receive my Guru Maharaj, but I have no desire to serve my Guru Maharaj disciples. Dasanadas is very important. Servant of servant. Twadbritya britya paricharika britya britya vrityasya britya itimam smaralokanada. Kulashekar Alvar is a king. One day he had darshan of Krishna. Krishna is asking, what do you want, Kulashekar? My Lord, make me servant of servant of servant of servant of servant of servant of servant. 7 times. Like means a servant of your servants, my Lord. Birth after birth. Like you're standing before a mountain. The mountain is very far. You cannot see the mountain clearly. But in this camera, you put lens 1, lens 2, lens 3, lens 4. The more lenses you add, you see the mountain very clearly. Likewise, if you want to have clarity with Krishna, if we want to have clarity of Krishna Tattva, Krishna's grace we want, should have more. We should become Dasanudas, not Basanubas. So, what is the nature of this world? Things go well, we are happy. Things don't go well, we are sad. That is the nature of this world. But Krishna says in Gita, they come and go. Matra Sparshast Kantaya. Sitoshna Sukha Dukkadagama Nityastam Titikshasva Bharata. Happiness and come to distress, they come like seasons and go. It's cold, it's suffering. Winter, summer will come, happiness. Then winter will come, summer will come. So one has to develop, I'm talking to myself, of course, I'm sorry. One has to develop this neutral nature. Tolerate. Children are not listening, tolerate. Spouse is not cooperating, tolerate. Office problems, tolerate. But pursue spiritual life seriously. This is what I want to tell today. Any question or comment? Otherwise, we'll end it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for explaining this verse with such a nice story. You stressed on consciously making efforts to progress in spiritual life. You mentioned that following Varnashrama system properly by utilizing our position to make progress in the path of bhakti. And if worship of Krishna or bhakti is there, all sins are destroyed. You also emphasized on the importance of how human life is rare and it should be used for serving the Lord by tolerating the challenges that we face. Prabhu, I will open the floor for anyone who has any comments or questions for Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, this is Geeta. Thank you so much for this, very, very, I must say, thought-provoking story. Prabhuji, actually, the thing is that even Draupadi, when Durvasa Muni came, she didn't have any food grains at home, but, it was all arranged by the Lord. However, in this case, the point is that it's important, like in Ravan's case also, it's important to not let any, beggar go without any diksha. But the means also is very important, right? I mean, like if we give charity, we cannot give charity with black money, or I mean, it won't help, or with stolen money. So the way the story, I know it's Leela to teach us, but that how Mahaprasad works. But the thing is that even while if they were learned people, I mean, the means is also wrong here. To get the groceries from this guy and, I mean, to please the guests at home.
What is the question?
So my question is that this is a Leela, so maybe, but otherwise in our scriptures, it's written that yes, we must treat like the guests, they're very important, and we have to, do anything so that they cannot go without diksha. But the means also should be important, Prabhuji. Don't you think so?
Okay, answer is this. This story came to my mind and I said this. I want to tell the importance of receiving guest, to what extent you can go. But the guru, the guest is very special, spiritual master. So this story happened 1,000 years ago. Little more than 1,000 years ago. In 2021, they celebrated 1,000 years of Ramanujacharya's birth anniversary. But today, yes, we need to apply our intelligence. Deshakala Patra, for sure. 4th canto, 22nd chapter says, you should serve your guests to the best of your ability. When you cannot serve them, when you don't have facility. So then receive them. You don't have food, offer them, chair and give them water. You don't have chair, offer them a mat and give them water. You don't have water, offer them mat and speak nice words. You don't have mat also, receive them, speak to them nice words and cry that you're so poor, you cannot do this. So these are the different levels that are given in Bhagavatam. But of course, here, that is what, she made that decision momentarily because she wanted to please her husband. And that's possible only by serving a spiritual master who happens, husband spiritual master who happens to be her spiritual master also. And so she did that. Of course, the story also emphasizes the glory of Mahaprasad, I agree. So Desha Kalapatra, that's why I said the time, place, and circumstance we have to act. We are, we are endowed with intelligence. Krishna has given us intelligence. This story is more on the chastity of a woman and how Krishna protects. Also the emphasis is on the Mahaprasad of Krishna and Guru. But we don't need to do that. That's important. I agree with the last point you said. There should be purity of the foodstuffs also. Because she is pure, the foodstuff she received was pure actually. That guy may have a malicious intention, that's different.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anyone has any question or comment? If no other question, I think we'll end it here. Thank you. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam, such a wonderful class, and you explained so nicely. The takeaway point for me today was we should not use Krishna as an insurance or a Stephanie or a standby wheel. We should keep Krishna as our steering wheel. So that was so wonderfully you explained, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
I also spoke about the power of Maya.
Yes.
Maya and Avanat Maya spoke.
Yes. All
Everyone, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha.
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय।
जय।
की जय।